All right, hello everyone. I'm Colin Murray and welcome to ArtWorks, the virtual art show. I'm glad you were able to join us this evening. Um, this presentation is sponsored by two different organizations. One is Dane Buy Local, which is the organization that I work with and is helping promote this for us. And also Matt.
Hello everyone, I'll kind of wait for you guys to hop on, but with that being said, I'm going to quickly do some things on my computer for like 15 seconds and then we can kind of start our new virtual live art show. So I hope you guys are hopping on. So.
And who are you?
And who am I? Yeah, that's what we're all asking. So let's see. Do you want to come and talk? Ah, okay, here we go.
You're good?
Yeah. Whew. We got it.
Oh, here's a little clip.
Oh yeah, thanks.
So this is who we are talking to right now. Sarah, SJ Homemade, SJW Homemade, Upcycle Wearable Art. She's from Fort Atkinson, and she is filming from her bedroom.
No.
Believe it or not.
Oh my goodness.
So she will be showing some of her pieces here.
Yeah, got some cool stuff. So, as you guys can kind of tell, I am a young entrepreneur artist, but I love to work with fibers, particularly with wool. So today I'll be showing some of my most recent creations or some of my most recent yarn skeins that I've made. And then I'll also be showing you some other textile stuff that I've been working with, which is, you know, a lot of wool sweaters. I love working with recycled wool sweaters. So with that, let me know if sound is okay. Just comment below, and if you're interested in prices or anything, you can also comment below or message my Facebook page if we switch over to another artist. So, where do I start? This is fun. Okay, so I will start with some of my wool sweater items that I work with. I love this idea with fashion that you can, gosh, moms, that you, well, it's something I guess that that hasn't happened really often, but you can recycle or repurpose, like old clothing, and I love to do that. So, one textile that I really focus on is wool sweaters. Just because the quality of the fibers is really good, I think, and it keeps in heat and warmth. But I have a couple of these ponchos. So this one is green colors. You can wear it out with the seams on the outside. It says serging. You can wash these, cold wash, and then line dry. And then you can also, there's almost like 8 different styles that you can wear these in. Each point can be a different front, so you can kind of flip around and play around with whichever is your favorite point. And then you can also, that's kind of cool, you can also turn it inside out. And I will show you, even though it's the back side of the sweater, I still think that's...
Come forward.
No, you're good. Okay. I still think that's like a really cool pattern and just texture. So you can, and then again you can flip this to any corner, and that's how you can wear that. So I have a green poncho for sale, and these are $125. And then, let's see, I also have, hopefully, I have a red one. If you can see that.
Say hi, Thea.
So, hi Thea. I'm glad you could stop on. I have a red poncho. I'll open this one up, actually. Put this one off to the side here. Whoop.
Dropped her head.
Oh, I dropped her head. That's okay. Let's see. I have a red poncho. And that's really cool. So I'll just kind of give you a little spin around so you can see what it looks like from the back. So, and I mean, you can wear these during winter. I always find it, a lot of my clothing, I recommend you can wear, leggings, a black pair of leggings and a black shirt. If you don't like, wool, you can also wear like a turtleneck as well if you don't like the itchiness of it. And then you won't feel that on your neck. So there's a red.
They're all felted, so they've washed already.
Yes, yeah, they've all been felted, so they've all been washed. so they won't shrink. And then I have one more. I have a black and white, and I also, I have like another 10 totes of wool sweaters, so if you are looking for a specific color, let me know. And then I also have a black and white one, which is really cool. So, awesome. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll give this one a spin as well. And again, these are 125, and if you're looking for specific colors, feel free to message me. I would love to do a custom order. So that's just kind of one style, and then multiple variations of that. And then I have another piece as well that I have a couple of different variations of this one as well. Oh, I should have kept that one on. That's okay.
Just bring her forward. There you go.
Here we go. This one. So, bring this one down a little bit. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one I like to call a wrap. This one is pretty much just a really long scarf. And then you can wrap it around your shoulders. You can wear it as a
What is it?
a scarf as well. Kind of, instead of wrapping it on specifically on your shoulders, you can wrap it around. But I like to really look at the materials that this piece uses. So I really recycle anything that I can find. And as you can see there, right here is an orange plastic bag. I've used other things like jeans, and then I hand felt this design onto this specific one. And all the, I know, I'm trying to find it. Let's see if I can find. I also sometimes use candy wrappers, which is what I'm trying to find here. Let's see.
It's okay. And then the yarn is felted on.
Oh, here we go. I found a little piece here. But this is originally actually a starburst wrapper. So I just kind of like to throw anything in here. But the idea is that I'm reusing and recycling material. And these are around $175 if you're interested. So that's one variation. I'll just quickly show you some other colors and styles that I have. Just kind of quickly show in front of the camera. And these all can be worn similar to what I had displayed on the mannequin. So this one is made with circles and all different types of colors. And there's a lot of hand embroidery within that.
That's everything there. Yeah.
So there's that one. That's one variation. This one I did more of a color variation where I took all pieces of greens, grays, tans, browns, and used them. And then there are a lot smaller pieces, so it just gives a different texture and creates a different textile. So there's that one.
This even has Old Navy tag on it.
Oh yeah. And then this one's also just like a whole bunch of pieces, a bunch of different pieces of recycled wool. And then as you can see, I don't throw anything away. I literally have an Old Navy tag right there. So there's a lot of felting that goes around, happens, because it's all made of wool material. So that's another variation. So that was called a wrap, but it can be worn as a scarf, and also you can wrap it around your body as well. So
And how much are those?
Those are around $175 each. Yeah, it varies. The price varies between the length of the scarf, and the felting design that happens on it, and then also the density of the textiles, because that will determine how close I have to sew, and determine sewing length. Let's see. Should I do this one? Yeah. Okay, I'll do this one really quick. Again, it's another poncho. I love wearing ponchos. They're so nice and comfy to wear. So let's see. And then these ponchos are made from recycled old vintage clothing. Wool textiles again. Instead of knit, it's woven. So yeah, there we go. But again, I'll just kind of show you what it looks like from the back and from the front.
Binding, multicolored binding.
Yep, and then there's binding on it as well. And then I've also created a little collar here, but a lot of them have buttons. that you can open up and use, but just to kind of create another little design there. And then I'll show you some of the other colors that I have in this. Let's see, I also have, oh, they're up here. Da-da-da.
Just show the stack. Show the stack.
Yeah.
Fold it.
So I have the blues, and then I also have, let's see, hopefully you guys can see this. I have a purple, and then I have some browns, and then I have pinks and grays, and then I also have a green. Now, if you want more pictures, feel free to, you can message my page and I can send you specific pictures of what they look like. But those are kind of all different variations of the poncho style that I have presented here. And these are also $195 because I have to do a lot of hand stitching around the binding and cutting and sewing.
Multi-size too.
What?
Right. Size? Multi-size?
Oh yeah, and a lot of people can fit into them. Well, it's yeah. So there's that one. We're kind of nearing the end, so I will show you some other work that I've been working on recently. So with the wool textiles, I'm really interested in like a natural process. So I have been learning how to spin. I have recently acquired some nice local raw wool, which I had to send to a processing center and then spin it. And so I found that the time that it takes to make yarn is almost an art form in itself, to decide what kind of color it is, like what the thickness of the yarn is, but it's also just an art form in itself. So I've started to learn how to spin with wool, which is really cool. And then I have a lot. So I am interested in selling some of my roving that I have here. I don't know if you can kind of see that. We got like a cream, a speckled gray, and then a just a lighter, oh, this is like a speckled black actually, and then I call this like a lighter gray. Awesome. Thank you, Julie, and thank you. Thanks, Colin. Yeah. So here are some of my most recent skeins of yarns that I've been making. It's mixed with a Romney and sheep's wool. I'm not quite sure what the percentage is, but I'll kind of just show you this here.
All sheep.
Yeah, well, it's all sheep, but I like the different types of sheep. Yeah, it's a mix. So I have about 4 skeins. Yep. No, the other one is a brown.
Oh, multi.
Yep, is a brown. So this is that's 1 skein, but the consistency, I've only been spinning for about 6 months, but the consistency of it is pretty.
It's like a chunk.
Yeah, it's a pretty chunky yarn.
Yeah.
So, but there's that.
It's a 2-ply.
Yeah, and it's a 2-ply yarn. So, and there's about 4 skeins of that, but that's what I really have to show today. And I hope that the next artist that we'll actually be going to is my mom. She's a mosaic artist, and she does some really cool work. So I'm going to kind of switch over to hers, but bear with us. It'll probably take about like 15 seconds. So
You have to unplug and go, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm just going to cover, and we'll be back in.
So this is the artist that's next, me.
Yes.
Mosaics. Stay tuned.
Yep. Stay tuned. I'm gonna kind of black you guys out, and then we're gonna be switching over. So. So stay with us. My mom, she's pretty awesome. What can I say? But she definitely has a different style than what I do. So let's see. Hopefully we can put this. Here we go.
Horse first.
Yep. Oh, here we go. We have another. Here, quickly scooch over to her, right here, and we'll go down.
Straight on. We need to do this straight on.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
There we go.
It's not good. I think we have to be a little bit farther,
Mm-hmm.
closer, and down. But
Well, what can you say about your horse?
okay, so this one is actually
Do you wanna say hi?
Hi, this is Amy Way. Hi, Mom. Thanks, Colin. I'm not your mom, but anyway. So this one is in the process of getting completed. This one has got a bunch of found objects. This is still getting twisty, Sarah. Can you make it sturdy?
Nope.
I'm gonna stop jiggling it. It's horse. And this one is a lot of found objects, metal pieces. I do a process of mosaics with layering. I also do another process that I'll show at the end, which uses smalty, which is another technique, an ancient technique. So this is the horse, and he has got a lot of found objects. Started with a door hinge, which you can see underneath slightly with the gray. I'll just do a little point here. You can see this gray part down here to the snout. That's the hinge that it started with, and then kind of snowballed into a horse. So the image was basically a profile of a horse, and then I embellished it with layers of paper, glass, metal, and it will be grouted with a black grout and put into a custom frame, which is coming up. The horse is about 17 inches by 32. Price on this one is to be determined because it's still in the works. I'm going to show you some more pieces here as we go over. The one that's on my business card, which you saw a little flash of, is called Crazy Mondays, which I'm going to have tomorrow because I get to go back to work on Crazy Monday tomorrow. So this piece, size-wise, is about 20 by 20 outside size, retailed at $350. This is the same process. I'm a little tipsy here. Same process of layers of paper, glass. There's china, all different types of things in here. Around the face, the background of the face, those are all stamps. There's some blue willow china in here. You can see here, this line here. And some Tootsie Roll wrappers. So I use a lot of unconventional items to create my layers. I don't know of any other artist that does this much stuff together to complete a piece like that. But anyway, so this one, Crazy Mondays, is retailed at $350. And I'm going to take this one away. I'm going to show you with a little bit too pounds.
That's good.
So I take this away. You want to take the white away?
Oh yeah.
The top white away. All right. So here's another piece. This one is also in the works. This one we have to go way back. This one, of course, is called Chicken. You're having a lot of reflection here because there's glass tile that's on top of the paper. I don't know, we're trying to get a better shot.
Yeah. No, that looks about it. That's
So Chicken is about 36 by 36 inches once I get the 4-inch wide black frame on it. This one again still needs to be grouted, but it's layers of paper, glass, tile, a lot of metal stuff. You can even see the original photo taken by Sarah Way.
Oh yeah.
This was a chicken. This was a chicken that was at the farmer's market, and I think he's a rooster. This was the inspiration for it. So, a lot of mine are inspired from photographs. Some are just inspired by one silly metal piece, and that's the story on Chicken. So, some other pieces I'll show you here. Chicken price is yet to be determined because it's still not done. Some more pieces I'm going to show you here. This one is a robot. We call it Boy Bot. So, can you see him?
Yeah, we can maybe scooch in here. You
Yeah.
talk. I can scooch.
Why don't you get closer? Boy Bot. These guys are about 20 by 20 inches. It's actually a series. I have a boy bot and I've got a girl bot. Can you see him?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this one is grouted. You can see the black around it. Different parts and pieces. There's a wrench, obviously. Some nuts here. These are little
Transistors.
They're embedded in there. I get a lot of really cool colors. Here's some Christmas wrapping paper. A lot of cool colors when I put the paper underneath the glass. So, kind of cool. All right, so that's a boy bot.
Is there a price on that one?
Yeah, I think these were $225. That's boy bot. Here's girl bot. Here. So she has a skirt, of course. So that's the girl bot. Oh, can I get her centered? Here, I can.
You're good. Okay, we're gonna move
It
it.
just doesn't want to. It just doesn't want to stay.
That's good.
It's still goofy. Everyone's leaning while they watch. So this one is a little more in the pinks. There's a little bit of now and later wrappers in here, wrapping paper, more Christmas wrapping paper. Here's some pink willow, Wrigley's gum. Anyway, sometimes the metal pieces just inspire the final piece, and these all turned into robots just from the heavy metal parts that I found. So that's the robot. Any questions? Same price as the other one, $225. There is a third guy. I don't have the third bot with me right here, but it'd be a wonderful triptych. Here's another piece that is, I did some framing that was floating on color, and these are two little roller skates that turned into flowers. Same process of doing paper underlay over glass, tiles. This one's got Millefiori, which is a little glass Italian cane. That's put in there to just get a little more interest. So those are a lot of my pieces that are with the paper collage mosaic method. And then I'm going to bring you over to, I'm working on a feather series. And we'll we'll shoot you on over here. And then at the end I'll show you some little cute smaller pieces that are, can you go really close?
Yep. Here we go. That's about as close as we can get.
Okay, so this piece is with Smalty. Shows you the piece. It's floating in a frame. It's called Owl Feather. This one took me a very long time to do. So this is one of a triptych series. The second one I'm working on is down below. I'm going to flash down into my chair here. So this one is Hawk. This one I'm starting on. So I can show you, my drawing starts out on a prime piece of wood and it's drawn out. I have a feather for inspiration. And then I'm going to show you, this is the hammer that I use. And then the Hardy, which is the metal, I'm not trying to turn this around so you can see better. The metal, kind of the metal tool that I hit the tile against with the Hardy. The hammer, it gets hit against the Hardy and the tile is in between that splits it in half. So this is Smalty. It is all done with the tweezers. Here's my little tweezers here. And piece by piece they're laid into mortar. So that's where you get the look here of tile directly laid into the mortar, no grout. So it gives you coloring. I'm just wiggling all over the place. Coloring that's just pure tile. Okay, so the last thing, I have some little pieces that are for sale, and then I will be finishing up.
Are you going to display them on the table, or are you displaying them
Right here. I just do it right there.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to quick go over here. Whoop, down here. So here is our display of small pieces. I have, these are 2x5 inch pieces. Oh, the feather piece is $9.95. That is one of three. So as a grouping, of course, you can times that by 3. So here shows you some that are 2x5 inches. Little pieces that are $29 each. Bottle cap florals, I call these. They have a nail stem, bottle cap face for the flower, and again, the paper underlay over glass. Here's some other pieces that are here that are larger. Turn my business card around.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
these are a little bit bigger, so the 39 and 49. I've just labeled these by letter, so if anybody's interested in any of those. I do take square, so let me know if you're interested in any of those, and I am done. Anybody left? What?
No, that's it. But the next person that's going to be hopping on, stay tuned. There's going to be another video on this page, but Julie with Jewelry is going to be presenting her art next. So we're going to finish this video, and then you're going to have to hop back to the original ArtWorks Wisconsin page, and then you can see Julie with all of her designs. and all of her jewelry. So again, you just saw SJW Handmade with the wool fibers and Mosaic Way with
Thanks, Julie.
Mosaics. Thanks, Julie. If you guys have any questions, you can either comment after this video is done, or you can message our Facebook page, which we have tagged in the description. So,
And also we need to thank
thank
Buy Dane Local,
Buy Dane Local and
Essentials Magazine.
Yeah, Essentials Magazine.
They are supporters of this event and many more to come.
Awesome.
And thanks, Colin.
Yes. Thanks, Colin.
Okay, stay tuned for more art.
Yep. Bye.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Julie Raasch with Estetha Jewelry, and I work a lot in copper, and I do a lot with a technique called fold forming. So I start out with a flat piece of copper, and then I heat it with a torch so that I can fold it easily, and then I hammer in a seam. And once the seam is hammered in, I then cut it into a leaf shape. So once I've got the leaf shape, it's been hammered, and so it's work hardened, so I need to open it up again. So I have to heat it again with my torch in order to get it open, and then I get my nice leaf shape. Once I've got my leaf shape, I then hammer in sort of a texture. And you can kind of see, hopefully we can see a little bit, the different shapes and textures. So this is really a little sculpture, a little three-dimensional piece. I'll leave it here if I like the reds that are coming out. Otherwise, I clean it up and sometimes add a patina. You can see a little bit of the blue around the edge. And again, you can see that it's kind of 3D. So each of these is handmade. So they're all just a little bit different, just like the leaves in nature. And what I do with these leaves once I've got them made is I create various different necklaces with them. I work on my workbench with my hammer and everything, and then I move these upstairs. And so you can see each of these leaves is just a little bit different. They've all got a little bit of, let me separate these two guys so you can actually see them. They've got all a little bit different, a little bit of shape, a little bit of 3D. They don't stick out too far. They're all on a simple chain. And then I use this spiral clasp so that when it appears in the back, and sometimes those pesky things slide around to the front, you've just got another design element rather than trying to always pull it in the back again. And these run $35 a piece. And like I said, I make the leaves in my lower level in my workshop, and they come upstairs, and sometimes I do other things with them. Depending on the size, if they're smaller leaves, I will then end up putting them on a chain. This one here runs for $60, and it's got some ruby colored check glass beads and a nice red leaf. So it's got a little chain and a little bead, and then some of the other ones are on a completely beaded necklace. So you can see the heart-shaped leaf down here. And this one's got a more of a coppery, brown coppery with a little patina on it. Each one with glass check beads. And I don't buy the chains. I actually make these one bead at a time with wire, and then I string them all together. So I put the bead on, I loop on both sides, and then pull them together. So in addition to making just basic necklaces that are about this length here, hang here, I also make really, really long necklaces. So this one here is a nice chunk of copper and some carnelian, and you can kind of see that this one's got a little bit of a curve to it and swing. So as you wear it during the day, it kind of changes sides. And this is on like a 24-inch chain, and this runs about 70. This one here runs 55, and it's got some check glass and sort of a man-made stone. It's a little bit of a smaller leaf, but you can see that, nice red on the side, but you kind of end up seeing both while you're walking around during the day because it changes position. And that one runs 55. This one is 60. And again, it's the corrugated leaf, and it's another long necklace, about a 24-inch chain. And this one you can kind of pick your side. You can wear it on the front, you can wear it on the back, depending on what color you want. It's got some sort of watermelon colored and amber colored check glass beads. But if we hold it up here, you can see the actual, how it's sort of corrugated, kind of has a cardboard feel. It's really nice and red on the back. And that one runs for 60. In addition, I also make cuffs. So I've got some nice cuffs here. This one looks like a leaf. This one has a fold down the center and then some rippling on the edges. So when you look at them, you can see they just have a little bit. And this one also has sort of a blue patina. And those each run for about $55 a piece. Besides making leaves, I also sometimes just do a basic shape. And you can see the square down here has got multiple. It's got a fold in the center and then 2 on the other side. And for each of these folds, it has to be heated and hammered. So there's some texture on there, and you can see it's got a quartz bead hanging down and then some little round quartz interspersed in the necklace and the chain. This one here is just a half circle. I should mention that this one down here runs for $75 and this one runs for $55. It's a nice half circle and it just has some nice creases in it that you can see. And I'm trying to get these angled so you can kind of see how dimensional these pieces are. The one on the top is $50 and it's mostly red. It's just a piece of copper that's been folded 3 different times. You can kind of see the different, as I move them around, see the different texture. In addition to doing hammered copper, I also etch my copper. It gives it a nice vintage feel. And this is a selection of 3 different necklaces that I've done. This is from a series that I did where all of these are etched. You can see they're etched on the back and then they have a stone inlaid. So this one's got a turquoise and it's actually got the word hope along the side kind of etched in there. It's not in your face. It's very sort of subtle and kind of hidden. And that piece runs for $75. This one here has got a piece of quartz in it that's kind of pentagon shaped. And so that one runs for $85. And then this is a big piece of agate. And you can see if I turn these sideways that these are gonna stand out a little bit. This is gonna be a little lighter, but the ones with the big stones are gonna be a little heavier. And this is kind of a statement piece. So it's a nice big piece around your neck. I think that covers a lot of what I do for my jewelry. I'm also a photographer, so you can see the photos behind me. And I'm going to post on the website where you can find this information. Right now, I don't have a site for my photos. And actually, a lot of my photos aren't even at home. They're, believe it or not, hanging in a gallery in Madison right now that is not open to the public. So hopefully somebody will get to see them. But if you do like nature photography, just need a break, want to see some outdoor scenes, you can find me on Facebook at Hoverfly Studios, and you can find me on Instagram at JUL Raasch, Raasch, and just enjoy them from there. If you see anything you like, you can always contact me as well. And thank you for watching. I believe we're going to try to get the other jewels up next, and she has some lovely glasswork. Talk to you later. Bye.
Hello and welcome to ArtWorks online art show. Today we are featuring a couple of different artists, but we're having all sorts of technical difficulties. So Kylie's going to try to in the show, and she is all dressed up and ready to go. She's thinking that spring might be around the corner. And so she got out her straw hat. So today we have Michael and some of the different by design pins that we're going to take a look at. And where are we going to start here, Michael?
We're going to start with Kylie's flower cart here.
Kylie's flower cart.
Yeah. These are actually pins that are done out of clay. They're on a metal base, metal heart base. They're done in clay. And then they're just set in a little pot with silk flowers. A good Mother's Day idea.
The Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. So how many different colors do you have there?
We have 5 different colors.
Yellow?
Yellow, purple, blue, pink, and red.
And
also the nice thing that you can do, this can also be used for a photo. You can hook a photo in there if you take the pin out.
So you can slide the pin out of the top and slide a photo in there.
A little photo
Why don't you put
holder.
it down on the table just see if we can get a little better shot of that. So there we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. And how much are those?
These are on 18.
18. All right. Okay. And then what?
And then we'll go over here to the VAS selection of pins.
So you have quite a few different
Quite
ones.
a few.
Here.
I have used different materials in making them. They're anywhere from metal to acrylic to glass. You have a variety of dragonfly pins on the top row there.
You've got dragonflies in, most of them are metal or glass.
Correct.
Okay.
And then we go down to the dog and cat lovers row.
Oh. Paw print, that's cute. And what is that on the end?
That is a cat
A cat.
holding a heart.
Got it. Okay. And then on the bottom here,
Bottom here I've got acrylic hearts there. They're made out of an acrylic.
the red one has been extremely popular.
And then we move over to a couple angel pins.
Two
styles.
angel pins, yeah. Angels are always good. And what's the price on these?
They run 13 each or 3 for 30.
Okay. So you got a number of different choices there. All right, what else do you have?
And we can go up here to the next. And those are also a variety of them. Most of those are done in metals and gears.
So those three are like steampunk.
Yeah, exactly. There's a butterfly, a heart, and an owl.
Okay.
And then we go into moose.
Moose.
Yeah,
Who doesn't love an old moose?
I got a couple different colors of moose there.
And you have other colors that could be created as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you got a couple of them there. Okay.
And then we move into the trees.
Oh yeah, the trees.
This is just a small selection of the variety of colors I do.
Lots of different trees. And if somebody wanted another color, you could work that out as well. You probably have it already.
I probably do. I have several
Yeah.
dozen different colors
Yes.
of trees. Yeah.
What inspires you to make these items? Sarah would like to know.
What inspires me? This little dog I've got holding in my hand.
Look, Kylie is his inspiration, is what he's
I
saying.
like to do things that are a little different.
Yep.
My trees especially are popular. It's a little bit of nature that you can wear.
Okay. All right. And then you have a special pin that you just developed just for all the chaos that's going on in the world. Why don't you pull that out front
Yeah.
here?
I have it's a special color of
A special
pin.
color. Okay. So let me just adjust here. A moment. Get back a little bit further. Okay. So explain what you've got here.
This particular tree is done in yellow. Yellow is actually a significant of the color of sunshine, hope, happiness, and positivity. And I've got a little saying here. If you feel like you're losing everything, remember that trees lose their leaves every year, and still they stand tall and wait for better days to come.
Boy, isn't that true today more than ever? Where did you find that saying? You created it, didn't you?
I created it.
Yeah, so this is a Michaelism. So Michael came up with that. So yellow trees, Tree of Hope is what these are called. And they're available today. We can mail them out to you. And again, they're $13 each or 3 for 30.
30, correct.
Okay, all right. So you've got quite the selection there. And Kylie, what do you think? Are you happy to be wearing your hat today? You don't look too happy about your hat today, do you?
She's ready to.
Yeah, she didn't really get her nap today, so she's a little
She
cranky.
needs a nap. Otherwise, can you say hi to everybody?
Are you waving to everyone out there?
There you go. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
So we've got the Tree of Hope, we've got the pins, and we've got the little Mother's Day arrangements as well. So you've got a number of different things there is to take a look at. These are just a selection of some of the different pins that we have available, along with your framed art that you have, and it has been in a couple of other episodes as well. Two sponsors, Madison Essential Magazine. Pick it up all over Madison. There we go. And Dane by Local. So those are our two sponsors tonight. And we appreciate you joining us. Julie, did we get any other questions?
I didn't see any come in.
Okay, all right, I see there's a couple of comments in the chat. Thank you for that. All of our artists are listed there. If you want to go back, certainly do that and reach out to one of those artists. Otherwise, we will wrap up our presentation for tonight. Thank you for joining us, everyone.